I don't like the way in which the Jamaican government has allowed the Chinese to come in and take over. I believe they own the major port there. I believe that the Jamaican government has given them lands in exchange for services. I believe they built at least one hospital there, a couple of schools. They had constructed a north-south highway or northwest highway that connects one part of the island to the other, so you don't have to drive all the way around to get there, which was necessary. But from what I read, in exchange for them building the highway, the Jamaican government has allowed them to keep, I believe, nearly all of the toll fees on that highway for a certain amount of years. We're giving up too much to get too little. And what bothers me the most about Jamaica, they are the most Pan-Africanist and the most unapologetic of the Caribbean islands. And so if China can take Jamaica, taking the rest of the Caribbean won't be that difficult.
The biggest salary increase will go to Prime Minister Andrew Holness. In 2021, his salary was roughly $9.2 million per year, plus a telephone allowance. As of April 2022, it jumps to over $22.3 million. For April 2023, it moves to roughly $25.3 million. And by April 2024, another increase to almost $28.6 million. For the Deputy Prime Minister, the salary was over $8 million for the year, and now it moves to over $20 million in year 1, over $22.7 million in year 2, and over $25.7 in year 3. For Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clarke, his salary was over $7.4 million for the year, plus the telephone allowance and housing of roughly $285,000. The new salary, over $19 million in year 1, over $21.7 million in year 2, and roughly $24.6 million in year 3. Now to Opposition Leader Mark Golding. He also got the housing and telephone allowances, and the April 2021 salary was over $8 million for the year. As of April 2022, he will get over $20 million. In April 2023, over $22.7 million, and by April 2024, over $25.7 million. A cabinet minister's salary was roughly $6.9 million for the year. In year 1, it is close to $17.9 million, then over $20.2 million, then close to $23 million. Now to the Speaker of the House. The salary was close to $6.9 million. In April 2022, it will move to close to $17.9 million for the year, then to over $20.2 million, then close to $23 million. For a Minister of State, the old salary was over $6 million for the year. It now moves to over $14.2 million, then over $16.1 and close to $18.3 million. A regular parliamentarian would make over $4.3 million for the year in salary. It will now move to over $11 million in year 1, then over $12.5 million and over $14.2 million.
Wagwan people. Trouble Deh Deh. Trouble Deh Deh. On this platform, me telling you before, several times, if you notice, I talk to them and say, there might be a time when we as Jamaicans have to put on PNP and labor right and be patriots. It'll come that time, if I don't know, in the near future. Remember me telling you, I say I'm not a man, but I can't see things. Now, Jamaica in a serious problem. We probably have politicians losing visa people. Serious problem are going on now with the Trump administration. With the Cuban doctors, U.S. restrict visa from Cuban-linked medical missions. This is serious, people. Share the life, please. I don't decide to come here and stay long, but it goes sometime. People, share the life. This is, send it to somebody on WhatsApp. We might have politicians where lose their visa. And not only just labor right, based on what me I read, yeah, if they can't go back, you know, and this is serious. And I believe this type of restrictions, and the Cubans, I believe is because them join the BRICS. So once they join the BRICS, the US look upon it as you want to overthrow their dollar. So therefore, it's like you become an enemy to them. I want you guys pay attention to what I said today. Now, a serious thing are going on. You know. While we're busy about every other thing. So this restriction we're going on with the Cuban doctors. Remember, we need the doctors, them, you know. But it stick up Jamaica and other countries and put them in a bind back against the wall. Major pressure. Women cannot lose them. The visa people. Jamaican politicians just might lose them visa for this. It started happening already to other countries in the region. Just to have anything to do with the Cubans. So right now, Jamaica look like they're upon pins and needles. And I pray to God, Trump no shine the light upon them and drop the hammer upon them, like on them to other places. So I'm going to read for them. I will go discuss this in a minute. Serious problem, people. This is serious. Enough implication. We're talking about the hospitals. Them now no doctor, you know. Remember, I said the Cuban they help out in many different ways. So we get fair understand. So we have teachers and yeah, and people in the medical field. So, you know, this big cut off, yeah. Remember, we hospitals stay already, you know, man. Remember, I said, people take forever to see doctor already, you know, with Cubans in the country, you know. Not true. So imagine if that help gone. What is going to happen to the country? Remember, on this platform, I ask you now, me tell you, say, there's going to be a time come when we all have to stand together as Jamaicans. And hey, I tell you, for something. All right. I'm going to read for you. I don't know if now is the time. Ah, boy. U.S. restricts visa for Cuban linked medical missions. And this is from the book of the Gleaner. Although United States Secretary of State Marco Rubio announced an expansion of its Cuba restrictive policy on Tuesday, it remains unclear whether Jamaica falls among complicit third countries in employing medical personnel through its neighbor's labor export program, which could lead to visa sanctions. Listen me carefully, because for Cubans to come to Jamaica and work, the Americans are looking at it now as forced labor. Or that them call it now, say forced labor, like a slave a force the Cuban, because Cuban's supposed to be some type of communist country. But make go and listen, play what read what go on. People have got reason what we done. On Tuesday, it remains unclear whether Jamaica falls under complicit third countries in employing medical personnel through its neighbor's labor export program, which could lead to visa sanctions. In a statement on Tuesday, Rubio said the expanded restrictions target individuals and immediate family members of individuals believed to be responsible for the program, which he described as forced labor. He added that the U.S. had already imposed restrictions on several people, including some Venezuelans. Come here. I'm going to read it again and I pick sense of the nonsense. In a statement on Tuesday, Rubio said the expanded restrictions, them expand the restriction. They had restriction before, though them expand it, put on more, pant up on more restrictions. So this expanded restriction, people, target individuals and immediate family members of individuals believed to be responsible for the program, which he described as forced labor. He added that the U.S. had already imposed restrictions on several people, including some Venezuelans. I want to understand when I read that. So basically, what I'm gathering is that anybody who's responsible for this program can get in trouble. You know, so they might talk about immediate family members of individuals believed to be responsible for the program. So I'm gathering is anybody from Jamaica who responsible for the arrangement of Cubans to Jamaica in the teaching area or in the medical areas. This is what may I read right here, so which he described as forced labor. So they must say forced labor. So what it seems as if now Jamaica is implicated in some crime overnight, everything changed. I want to see what I'm going to people. It makes sense too. It's like we got caught up. Right now, Jamaica find themselves between the rock and a hard place. It's not an easy place for Jamaica to be. Me not talk about labor right or PNP. No, it's not the time. Remember me tell you guys before, there's gonna be time I come. I'm tell you guys after several videos. Me say soon we gotta be thinking like a Jamaican. Because this is not labor right and PNP thinking of people. I want you to understand this. Take politics out of this. This is not politics. This is not PNP and labor right. So remember Michael Manley? Remember when sanctions and embargo start licking, see I go cause nothing sabotage the country and people start hungry. They say get rid of Joshua, get rid of Joshua. Me hungry, oh, me belly. And Michael Mann was stand up. I was the only man who was standing up to certain things. So me no know. Me no know. And what else I go come at? What else threat I go lurk around? I don't know. But remember me tell upon this platform, there's gonna be a time when you gotta think like a Jamaican. Right this moment require that. This moment that when I read right now require that. So what me I read that so now, say PNPD in a power and then they arrange to get Cubans over here. That means any one of the PNP would involve in the arrangement of getting people on the forced labor. If law change, so them can go back in the past. So let's read. In a statement on Tuesday, Rubio said the expanded restrictions target individuals and immediate family members of individuals believed to be responsible for the program, which he described as forced labor. He added that U.S. had already imposed restrictions on several people, including some Venezuelans. So that kind of explain everything to me right there, sir. Today, we announced the expansion of an existing Cuba-related visa restriction policy that targets forced labor linked to the Cuban labor export program. So the U.S. view it as forced labor and the Cuban labor export program. So basically right now what we're seeing, if I am not mistaken, what is happening here is like anybody who's involved in this, you can automatically become a criminal. Wow. This expanded policy applies to, listen to this. I want to share this so all Jamaicans can hear. Please send it out on WhatsApp fast and quick. We are no Liberta, we are not PNP. Me tell you right now, we have to think like Jamaicans at this moment. On this video, at least. This expanded policy applies to current or former Cuban government officials and other individuals, including foreign government officials, who are believed to be responsible for or involved in the Cuban labor export program, particularly Cuba's overseas medical mission. This policy also applies to the immediate family of such persons, he said. No, let me back up this. So you guys Now understand. Them have a policy there, and like I said, them expand it. More restrictions, more reinforcement. This expanded policy applies to current or former Cuban government officials. So, for instance, he used to do business with Castro and have, that's what I'm reading right here. And before he died, and have doctors and what have you in Jamaica or whatever, you can get plugged for it because them going back. It's not like as of this date, no more. So it seems as if they are going back. We don't know why, but this is an extra punishment, brother. So I think it's wow. This expanded policy applies to current or former Cuban government officials and other individuals, including foreign government officials. So what it is saying here, this expanded policy applies to current or former Cuban government officials and foreign government officials. So if you are out of office and as a prime minister out of Jamaica, you could fall under this, right? Just so. We understand that dragnet are wide. Like them go for everybody and their mama, you're dead, you get dig up. This is a serious thing, people. Trouble there. Trouble there, people. Trouble there. This is not PNP and Labor Right video. No, sir. No. This is a trouble there. This is a Jamaica video. Look good. Which part in this video you could have fit politics now as a Jamaican? No, seriously. No matter how you're political and die-hearted and one-sided, we don't care if you're PNP and Labor Right. We're in a video like this. Anyone of a Jamaican right now could have fit politics. This is a national thing, people. This is serious. I tell you. And yeah, that's what's going on. So this expanded policy applies to current or former Cuban government officials and other individuals, including foreign government officials, who are believed to be responsible for or involved in the Cuban labor export program, particularly Cuba's overseas medical missions. This policy also applies to the immediate family of such persons, he said. So if politicians have their family member, daughter, your close grandpitney them, just like what happened to Adam, remember? He gets sanctioned and his close family members. That's the same thing that happened, people. That's what we're reading right here. This is serious. And I want you guys to understand, say, this is serious. This is very serious. And I don't know so Jamaica, I wonder if them are come for them next, because them come for other people and Venezuela. So now Jamaica look far and I say, boy, Lord Jesus, them a pray every night. Man must have got to be a man. Man a heil up. Man a set, them a stack up and gathering. That's serious stuff, this family. Very, very serious. I tell you the truth. Yeah. Very, very serious. So I want you guys to share this video, because we are Jamaican right now and on a politics thing we God not ever know. Say no, it's bigger than politics. This is bigger than politics, people. I'm telling you. This is bigger than any politics you want to talk about. Yes, man, I say. Just a quick break, people. I'll be right back. Hello.
I hear man talk all kind of lie. Oh, 20 million and 28 million. Lie. Me not take no salary increase. So my salary is what it was before. And I tell you something, I feel like just keep back to. Because he's a proud man, Me don't like people tell lie for me.
Welcome back, gentle people. Well, never bridging on the line. He might have something to say. Always remember that views shared by callers is not necessarily Jamaican callers TV views. Go ahead, my brother. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. I was watching your program and see this development with the USA and governments regarding Cuba and the labor issue that they mentioned. But this one seemed cockeyed to me, if you don't want to have a better term. You know, when somebody say cockeyed, because hear me now, as far back as I can remember, there is currently an embargo on Cuba from the USA. And a lot of persons in Cuba suffer under the hand of the USA. And I never hear them say anything complimentary, them ever help Cuba to do anything before. You know, you must agree that right now, the USA have an embargo on the Cuban people, or the government which impact on the Cuban people, and them never show any care about what is happening to the Cubans, in spite of several countries in the world appealing to them to remove the embargo because people are suffering. So, you find it strange that now they are coming out as if they are in defense of the Cuban people.
Who?
How that seem to you?
No, it's not in defense of the Cuban people, you know. They are not in defense of the Cuban people. What is happening? The Cuban, they might get deep back of the country, you know, because there was a policy set up for Cubans in Florida. What them call it, the wet and dry, something or another. People, when know it, put in the comment section, educate us.
Yeah, man.
Where once you come off the boat or the raft or come from Cuba, you get ahead of all immigrants and ray. All that gone.
Yeah, man.
That gone. Venezuela, for them status, all right, temporary protection status, that gone. Haiti, temporary protection status, that gone. So right now,
when you say that gone, how that work? How that work? The status that they are, you mean them returning people back to Cuba?
Yes,
Or
and
Venezuela?
them have half a million. Yes, and back to Venezuela. Yes, man, all of them protection under Biden when they come here as immigrant.
Right.
And don't be surprised if you hear them. Don't be surprised if Trump pull a plug for Ukraine, you know. Come here, listen to enough Ukraine and there, you know. Don't believe. I don't think they're going here, people.
You might be right, but I mean, what I've been hearing from him and the threat that he's making with respect to labor, people who have like forced labor, especially in the Caribbean countries, Cubans that come to the Caribbean country, and
yes, that part.
Confused about that particular part.
Yes, that part.
Because if you have an embargo on Cuba and things are rough in Cuba, and people get a chance to go outside of Cuba and earn a bread, and your Caribbean neighbors pick up the tab, I can't wrap my mind around that particular aspect of it,
bro. You know,
that is the aspect of whatever you're explaining with the other aspect, but just this particular one, whereby, as you quite rightly say, is not a party in a Jamaica thing.
No,
it's a Jamaica position.
It's a Jamaica thing we have to talk about right now. A Jamaica thing.
So we can't wrap my mind around why the USA would be doing that when they themselves put in place an embargo on Cuba.
Well, we just read say
people run from Cuba.
But hold on, my brother.
Because of the suffering.
I'm just reading. We've been reading where Cubans join BRICS. You understand that, right?
Yes.
So Cuba would be going around all the sanctions and all the hold on way we are going with them in America, so them can reach out to the wider world and uplift their country. That's what's going on also. With how Trump look at this BRICS thing here now is a challenge to the US dollar, right? You try. There is an economic warfare go on, and it's a threat to the US economy. So that's how.
If him say that like how you put it, well, fine. but don't go and like you're concerned about the Cubans and where they might do. And really that are your concern. Because you have embargo upon them for many years and you know move it. So yeah, it's not going to good with the way you explain it, but come out like you and say if it's that. Say that. But don't go and like say you're concerned about the Cuban and them are forced labor. You're not really concerned about that, brother. Well, that is a point that I saw me look at it. Based on how the USA treat the Cuban people as a whole. And a lot of their suffering is caused by the embargo that they have on them.
Yeah.
So it's to me it sounds like a contradiction. Even that little part of it, as if to say you care about the Cubans and boy in the body of the, forced labor, you take with them visa or what have you, and you cannot say that and at the same time you have embargo upon the same country you talk about. That's just contradictory to me. Well, fine. Anyway, I just thought I would just bring the little slant to it.
No, well said, my brother. Well said. Yeah, man.
All right, my brother.
Respect every time, my brother. Respect here. Yeah, man.
All right.
So, gentle people, you see it though. Well, you see, me not too really start to get in a US business, Me a Jamaican. So I kind of stay up on the other side of the fence there. Come and say, me's a man that I drink milk, I'm in a corn cow. Even though me understand what's going on here, I mean, yes, me understand a lot of what's going on here. But me kind of focus my energy upon Jamaica, where what is going on now, we're going to feel it as Jamaicans, and we have to be prepared. When you look on a healthcare system that is already stressed out, you see doctors are strike for money. One of the time the doctor them strike, we say people drop out. This woman, 14-year-old daughter, was pregnant and having baby, right? People get hurt when these things happen. Education, strain, right? Because government decide to run away with teacher them and pay them and them take 300% raise for themselves and then them gone. So we end up with, but Cuban been coming to Jamaica forever. No, there is a video out there. I was looking for the video, but time didn't allow me to find the video. When Michael Manley has said, boy, nobody can stop him to maintain his friendship with Castro. I said Castro been his friend for a long time and be there for him. And whoever watched that video, it's an old video. Michael Manley stand up and pound all the thing, and like he get heated and upset. It's like back in that time that the US was pressuring Michael Manley, or a question his friendship with Castro. And Ciago at that time was a little troublemaker. Go back and forth, I news to Reagan. You see me I say? So what was happening at that time, US was coming down and Michael Manley go to give speech and turn up. You think so? Andrew wouldn't say, I'll give no speech like that. Come here. Do you think Andrew Onis is going to give a speech like when Michael Mann is saying, man, stand up? Like, like we had the Cubans been friends forever. We have good partner, them through thick and thin, and them here and even through COVID, them help you out, and our friends and nobody. You think about see that people? What we're going to see is that the Cubans, them gone back. But look on it. That is not the problem, If you even send them back, remember the part of the argument we say, them can go back. That's the law we are changing, The man must say them can go back. So all politicians will ever have anything to do with this, whether it's under Fidel Castro. So if PJ, I'm assuming, or Portia had anything to do with Fidel Castro, from my limited knowledge of understanding here what I'm reading, that means the dragnet is wide. We don't see what I go on. Trouble the people. I swear to God. This is not politics. It's a Jamaican moment to think. When I hear me say, immediate families, members of individual believed to be responsible for the program, which described as forced labor. Them expanded people, dragnet wide. Jamaica and its nearest neighbor have long partnered on medical and other missions, and this development could have a severe impact on the local health sector, which has been under strain for years because of the continued migration of Jamaican nurses. Now the right time to politicians give up them pay so we can keep the nurses. Now is the right time for this is a national cry, for attention, Now is the right time. If I saw it, we're going to send back the Cubans. I think what we need to do is pay the nurse them more. Politicians give back them goddamn raise. Yeah, man. So we can spread out on the nurse them and pay them so they don't have to run away. If we can send back the Cuban, because this looks serious enough, people. That's a serious thing, this. Neither Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton nor Foreign Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith could be reached for comment on Thursday, despite several attempts by the Gleaner. Right. So Tufton and Kamina Johnson, Foreign Affairs Minister, would have been in agreement with something like this. Oh my God. The Prime Minister, and oh goodness. Following Rubio's comments, I wonder if they must sanction Jamaica for this, sir. Ah, Jesus, God. Water is troubled. The water is troubled. Following Rubio's comments, Cuba's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Bruno Rodriguez Parilla, said, once again, Marco Rubio put his personal agenda before the U.S. interests. The suspension of visas associated to Cuba's international medical cooperation is the seventh unjustified aggressive measure against our population within a month. Wow, I did not know that. In May 2023, it was estimated that more than 300 Cuban medical personnel were in Jamaica, with a history stretching back to 1976 during the Michael Manley administration of the People's National Party, PNP. The agreement was suspended in the 1980s during the leadership of Edward Seaga. Now you hear me I say? Who? Edward Seaga. Tell you already, whose administration made it a point of duty to boot then Cuban ambassador to Jamaica, what? Ulysses Estrada, as soon as the Jamaica Labour Party, JLP, went into office. Remember me I tell you about Seaga, you know? He made work with the feds them time, they work with Reagan. The files out there, people. The files are out there, you can go read it for yourself now. They are public knowledge. Over the years, fences were amended and the Cuban medical missions returned to Jamaica under the tenures of both JLP and PNP. As recently as 2021, 250 Cuban medical personnel arrived in Jamaica following, this is under the big C people, 140 who arrived in 2020 and 20 who arrived in 2016. So right after the bat, and the owners get some of them. Medical staff usually work for a period of time, then return to Cuba. Between September 2023 and November 2024, for example, 3,476 site-saving procedures were performed under the Cuba Eye Care program, under the Jamaica Cuba Eye Care program, one of the key initiatives the country's partner on. I remember so them sitting there, people need it, you know. Yeah, but the Jamaica people need this. Is one serious time we not to write it, and we're going to see where we move up on this because it's a national cry. The Caribbean nations also, with countries in Africa, Latin America, the Pacific, and Europe, have also benefited from Cuban medical assistance for over 6 decades without any known U.S. interference. We say a serious time, and there's going to be a time when we have to dash over PNP and we labor right, and we have to huddle together. Remember me, I tell you that. You hear? Can't say, Carlos, I tell you. We don't know what Andrew Wallace are doing with this, you know. I don't know. We'll see what the government is doing with this. But this is hot. But Rubio said the program is exploitative. It's exploitative. But Rubio said the program is exploitative. Cuba's labor export programs, which include the medical missions, enrich the Cuban regime, and in the case of Cuba's overseas medical missions, deprive ordinary Cubans of medical care they desperately need in their home country. The United States is committed to countering forced labor practices around the globe. Ah, boy. To do so, we must promote accountability, not just for Cuban officials responsible for these policies, but also those complicit in the exploitation and forced labor of Cuban workers, the U.S. Secretary of State said on Tuesday. So now you understand where Jamaican politicians might be in serious trouble, Jamaican people. Both Liberty and PNP. Remember, me keep telling on upon my platform. Me know be a man, but me can't say things, you know. This you could see this come. Anybody could see it rolling. It was using your third eye, right? Mr. Tuno say there's gonna be a time soon where we have to stand dash your Liberty and PNP. Me tell you already now, several times. Me don't know where me get it from, but me say Tuno. There's gonna be a time where we have to huddle together, figure out Liberty and PNP for a national cause. And it's gonna be soon. See it, yeah? I don't know if I hate this, but look on all these. So anybody who get in at this, they are complicit. So we are talking about old politician who you know, you know, I mean, how can this be? Me not understand this. The law I go back. It's not like from this day forward, this is what we're not gonna tolerate this, right? But if you're gonna go back and punish people 60 years back, I mean, that look right, people. From other president was okay with it, and other president relaxed. I don't know what this is gonna work. I think this gonna end up in a court somewhere. Yes, this is gonna end up in some type of court. I don't some feel people. That's how it's going on. Enough things in a court, you know. This doesn't sound big right for me. No, I think this is gonna end up in some court somewhere, people. Can think about it. Other presidents, you know, get in a trouble for something where other presidents agree on. You answer at the time. So now you come in there, so you go blame everybody, so you go blame the president too. So get the president, US president in a trouble to where never have no problem with that. And we are still friends. You understand me? Listen to me, people. See the moment here where this video is not no PNP and no labor right. Me tell you already, this is the moment we have to think as a Jamaican. While there has been silence on the issue locally, the St. Vincent Times quotes Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonzalez as saying, some persons in the U.S. Congress have been saying, mainly Republicans, that the doctors and nurses who come down here are part of a trafficking in people. I don't know how it is trafficking in person. If you call in trafficking in person, then it loses all meaning because we are paying them, and it's done very openly and very transparently. You want bet such man open him out and say a word. Me say, oh, you say I want serious time we living now. When you say I want serious time we living now, Jamaica people. Can't answer, man, I tell you no. Let me read this again what Gonzalez say. That man is normal, you know. The St. Vincent Times quotes Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonzalez as saying, some persons in the U.S. Congress have been saying, mainly Republicans, that the doctors and nurses who come down here are part of a trafficking in people. I don't know how it is trafficking in persons. If you call it trafficking in persons, then it loses all meaning because we are paying them and it's done very openly and very transparently. Well, Mr. Gonzalez have a point. That's why I say people, it's for what's going on with them a fast move, yeah. That's why I know it's going to end up in a court. Yeah, it'll end up in a court. Yeah. It's going to end up in a court because if it was okay under Obama, because when Obama was in power, didn't he dropped something. But guess what happened? People end up in a trouble. Because what they say when the sanctions, certain sanctions was dropped. Listen to this now. When certain sanctions were dropped under Obama and people start fly back to Cuba. Remember that time there? Yeah, man, people start visit Cuba. And but they want to go there, you know. But boy, I mean, I said, why? If me go them know me that fret. Me that fret right now to backside, right? Or, you know. Now, for the Cubans, then we come here on exile. The exile Cubans who take boat and run, they come here. And as them come here, them are the first of the line as immigrants to get help and paperwork and aids and grants and, yeah, Cubans. Now, little Marco didn't like Cuba and Venezuela, so they will do anything to bring those nations. I believe this is all Trump, if you should ask me, because of the BRICS. Let me tell you that, man. How that I go on? Cuba joined that. So let me tell you, to me see America look at things, they are looking at stuff like this as an economic attack, even though by countries who join BRICS. Them say them claim say the Republicans are saying that. Me hear them say it. They are trying to bring down the US dollar. You understand me? So you try to kill the country, kill the economy, kill the country. So I believe that's why the US goes so hard on this. I don't know how this is gonna help. And if Jamaica join BRICS, can you imagine the amount of licks? Would that be good move to make? We don't know. But we as Jamaicans, the water is troubled. The water is troubled. Remember me tell you, trouble the day, man. Trouble the day, man. Trouble the day, man. What do you, man? Yeah, you know, see the man, them going back to our dead Castro. So if you do business with Castro, are you as a politician, you're prime minister, you're somebody who, as a foreign affairs minister who sign up something, come in a chance. She deal with foreign affairs and stuff like that. Not true. So, I mean, me don't know. But if they might go back, that means that Portia and if Bruce, they doing the business with them, or PJ, they're still alive, they can have trouble too. They can't see them travel documents removed. Then Andrew, then Lord Jesus God, him and his immediate family. Him and his immediate family. Not only that can happen. So as for right now, Jamaicans sit down with them hand on them jaw, politicians, that is, praying. I hope to God the US not come after them with a piece of hammer. Do you hear me, people? So now, as Jamaicans, this is where it's sad for we. When them gone, who gonna do some eye, fix the people in Yaya, Jamaica? Look, when people who have with body eyesight out there. When you know, so the Cuban them do a lot of good for Jamaica over the years. Yes, they did. Yes, they have. So we don't know what the government gonna do. We don't know. I have no clue because we have not gotten anything from Andrew owners like Ralph Gonzalez. You can know him Depan. You know Mr. Gonzalez from St. Vincent Depan. Serious time now. So when him ball out like that now, them I want to look upon him and crush him because you know say Trump. I want vindictive brother, you know. I have to tell you that. Him not like when you talk. Just talk for yourself, much less to act tough. So they would have looked on Gonzalez now, say, hey, you act tough, sanctions. So do you expect Andrew Ones to come out and speak like that? Or the opposition leader? I don't know. Do you think we have any more Michael Manley left in Jamaica? Hey. You think we have any more Michael Manley left in Jamaica? That's a question. But as I ask, trouble the day, people, trouble the day. May I pray to God everything work out well. I hope the US ease fire and give Jamaica a break in a time like this. Ease up the country. We can't take no moderation. No. Cuba has been dear for Jamaicans. Help you out. Enough medical doctor. We're poor. We need the help. But America change all them laws and now all of a sudden it flipped to trafficking, slave labor and all them thing there. but they get paid. So I say, the definition, I'm going to end up in a court, you know. It's going to end up in a court, people. I tell you, it's end up in a court. It's going to end up in a court. Because things is just changing by the whim. As somebody thinks something, things change, law change, and once you tweet something, everybody run behind you and they make a law behind it. And things no, you know, I was reading where them say some of the Trump lawyers them go to court and them not have answers for a lot of things because, you know, everything has moved so fast. Things have not been studied, and you know, it's like I'm reading where lawyers don't know how to react or answer to certain brand new stuff. Just implement like this here now. This is brand new stuff, you know. But remember, you have many U.S. presidents. This has come from what? 6 decades. They are talking over 60 years of partnership. How many presidents? My God, may I tell you people? So for 30 years, Cubans have been working in Jamaica. Some of their earnings go to the Cuban government. Same way Jamaican government, when you go for farm work or work program, same thing. When you go on farm work or work program, money go to the government. Every hour you work. Same way. So let me ask now, are they going to look on Jamaica and say farm work program as slave labor? I don't know. Or is it because of Cuba? I don't know. If I saw be the case like Denise Hilton and so I say, for 30 years, Cuban have been working in Jamaica. Good point. Some of their earnings go to the Cuban government. Jamaican earnings go to the Jamaican government too. They don't get everything. You know, whether you got farmer, or you go and spread bed and work program, you know, Jaja. Anyway, people, are the people in country, me, you know? And like I said over and over, I'm here for the milk. I will not dare count the cow. We need to figure our way out. And that's what me beat the drum on a regular and a daily on my platform. The time we take and I mind other people's business run, so we need to beat the drum, make a place a better, make country a better place. But I could not ignore what me see standing before me right now. The big old trouble we are looking at with face. Trouble Deh Deh, people. Trouble Deh Deh to backside. Trouble Deh Deh. So you tell me, say, under Trump, it can affect Portia and PJ them. And if Michael Manley never dead, so hold on there. And Michael Manley family member too. And that you see us, you know. We don't see it. Michael Manley, a family member were alive, close family member. Even though I'm dead, you know. Rotted, clotted. We don't say one serious thing and go on so. Even though Michael Manley is no longer with us, him have loved ones, right? And if they're going to go after your immediate family members and stuff like that, even though in the absence of Michael Manley, they are family members, right? So this can slap them too. Jaja. Jaja. Hey, people, me just drop by to give you this news. And this news, I want the video me do where you can find a PNP and Labour in this video for cuss out. Tell me, I tell you. Me say, you can find a PNP and Labour in this video for cuss out. It's a national moment. Yeah, it's for us to think as Jamaicans. What is going on right now is going to make we have to think. You know, when them say take your hand, turn fashion, we have to figure it out right now. Where the doctors going to come from? Are we going to continue to allow the graduates and the nurse and the doctor them just graduate and just left Jamaica gone? Are we going to ramp up them salary now that we find ourselves with the back against the wall? Huh? Even for this 4 years or whatever. Are we going to do this? We have to be prepared. You know, I don't know if Jamaica prepared for what going and what coming up. I don't know if they're prepared. Tell me, I tell you. They know the country prepared because number one, they should have tell the people for plant food. If they prepare, I want to understand people. The first preparation, like Ibrahim Traore, plant food, food security, nobody can hold back them grains and starve you. And that starvation are people that are hungry and Michael Manley. That's why them get rid of him. People weren't starving. But just because the marriage stuff, and see, I got the day behind that too. But the first move, self-sufficiency, you have to feed yourself first. Because if such, look on this good now. A national argument may go right now. What if such man say, make us stand up, because if we remove them people, we might lose many Jamaican lives and they've been here forever and we have a history with them. And what if such man talk like Michael Manley? Will you stand up with him? Even as a PNP? You see, where a serious time we live in now. We have to make national choice. Remember, me tell you number one, there's going to be a come time soon where we have to dash a PNP and labor right. If such man speak like Michael Manley or even Gonzalez, would you stand up with him? In labor right in base, always going to stand up with him all the matter bull crap. But at that time, if him come out and speak like a Michael Manley or a Ralph Gonzalez, would you stand up with him as a PNP? Comment section where they don't be biased. Don't be biased, man. If such man come up and stamp like your boss and speak up like a Michael Manley or Mr. Gonzalez, would you stand up behind him? I say, man, I don't know him. I go talk with a shitty mouth because I know I don't take my visa, pressure me. Would you stand behind such man even as a PNP? Remember my statement, there's going to be time when the eye and the eye them are going to dash the PNP and labor right, man. It'll come soon. This is not yet, This is the start of more things to come. Because remember I said Trump does a settle down, and people just get nominated to certain places. And, you understand me I say? I don't think them have half a dozen lunch in them office yet. Wait, man. Just wait. Things start setting the place and the machinery where them set start to work. Right now, the court is blocking a lot right now. And Supreme Court, nothing, you understand me? So we have to pay attention to the Supreme Court. Gentle people, nothing is going on in the world. The water is troubled. If such man say, he must stand up on him feet and not walk on him hand, would you stand up with him? Me just ask. Would you stand up with him? May I see where Florida up the law and where if you get caught here illegally, you what is it 5 years in a jail, people? In a prison? Yes. Then get prison time and some big fine. Yes, I was reading it this morning. But didn't want to crowd this video. Yeah? You see me, I say, people. So it's not like first time them catch you illegal, them throw you get ice. I don't know how that's going to benefit the state to lock up and feed immigrant that is illegal. I don't know if that is going to, like I said, this is America, things go to court. This is like Jamaica where anything goes. People fight stuff, them go to court all the way to the Supreme Court, they fight. Look at it, people. Them gonna catch an illegal immigrant, send it to prison. Big fine. No. Remember, you're out here at least at work, I pay taxes. No, you got jail for how much years now? Them have to feed you. Medical, clothing, housing, light, water. That immigrant is going to be costing the U.S. citizen a lot of money, doing nothing behind bars. That immigrant would suit the country better outside, or just if you're gonna deport him, go ahead and deport him. Don't it, people? So you don't have no cost. If you're going to deport that person, just deport them and done. It will be cheaper for America. But when you say you're gonna lock up immigrants, illegal immigrants in Florida, no, people. Ron DeSantis, I go hard, So in Florida, and the sheriff, they get certain type of powers in Florida. So that is just my take on that. Because you're going to cost the state money to house illegal immigrants in a prison. That makes sense. Just send them home on a flight. You don't cost the state nothing. You have him there for years. Remember, man, medical, house, food, everything for so many years. You know, I work for money to feed one prisoner every year, you know. You know, I'm not saying. So now them a plan to arrest you. I'll give you about 5 years. I don't have the article before me, but I was reading it earlier last night or something, people, where that I go on and I said, Jaja, Randy Santos think Trump now go hard enough. So he build up some stuff and say, I go hard. Hey, make a focus on Jamaica now. Remember, many times on this platform, I say, I'm thankful. Me and the people in place drinking milk, right? At that one, me drink the milk. Now, me and the people in place, I'm going to give thanks to the United States to open the door and let me in. Yeah? Me pick me up. They're beautiful kids. They'll go to school right here and all that. Have a life here. But if any day them decide to change the rules and I, what I going to do? Remember say, me not go to jail, you know. Me not one of them, you know. You know, but there are ones who make a mistake, even in the earlier life or earlier age. Yeah? And things might go south. So right now, as Jamaicans, we got to prepare for the unexpected in a moment like this. But those of us who pray, go and pray up now, man. Those of us who meditate, go and meditate. Those of us who send out good vibes, good energy in the universe, go on doing that. Yes, man. It's a time like this, family, where we have to stick together. Me tell you, say that time I come. Several videos me do, and me put it in at least the last month. Me been telling you in several videos. So there's gonna be a time coming, and I say soon, when we as Jamaicans gotta forget both say we are PNP and labor right. Forget that, man. I just think Jamaica right now. This have nothing to do no PNP and labor right, brother. I can't blame Andrew Warner say this one now. No, I can't blame him. And if Andrew Warner says a certain thing will benefit the country, I will go behind him. I will stand behind him too. Think I like me, I tell? For our national cause. We don't never know. We stay there, looking on yourself and on stop think cheap. Even though such man have been corrupt ways. Just for the country, just someone say, you know what? So me tell you, if you get pushed on, you know, go suck on yourself and go for it. I don't know. Let go off of me, man. You know, the man come with the hellfire door. Yeah? You know, the sanction and make we hungry again. Because we're not ready to feed yourself. But me knows such man under that. He's a humble little guy. Yes, he's a humble servant. He will do whatever daddy tell him to do. And but let's see. Honestly, I don't know what such man are gonna do. Let's give him that respect. Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Me don't know what I'm gonna do. I know it's a trouble today. And they did it for PJ. For what me just read, they did it for Portia. And if Bruce was involved, he did it for him too. He did it for their kids. If they have kids overseas, any one of them people have close family ties overseas in the United States. Just like Adams, what had happened to him at that time when him sanctioned for, you know, human rights violations. Same thing. Family have to go home. If they go to college, they have to pull up. They married and live a foreign, they have to come go up, pull out of school and all that. Probably have to find a different country to go to, or if you can, or whatever the case may be. So this is not easy and normal. And another big effect is on the wider population of Jamaica. Remember when we go to the hospital, I wish I could talk to Mr. Trump and Marco Rubio and say, my brother, we don't want to go to one Jamaica hospital yet. And see people sitting up in a chair and dead, even with the Cubans them out there. So if the Cubans them out there, and people are sitting up in a chair, drop out, waiting on doctor, what is going to happen when you subtract that from the equation? Eh? Think about that, people. If you have a Cubans them out there, help out, don't. And people are dead in a chair. Because it's like, we're not enough. Because what I read for you earlier, our medical people, them are run overseas. Because we don't treat them good, we don't pay them good. They might look for a better life, a greener grass. So when we move the Cubans, remove them, Big old vacuum. What we going to do? So maybe now it's time if that happen. Because we have to look for a solution to, we can't just look for problems. We have to look for an immediate and fast solution. Remember me, I tell you so. My solution would be if we have to force to get rid of the Cubans. Then my solution would have been try to retain and keep every doctor and nurse who graduate out of Jamaica by paying them well. Politicians cannot afford that. Look how they pay themselves well. If they were paying doctors and nurses like how they pay themselves, you think they would not leave and go nowhere? So now is the time, I believe, politicians must give back the goddamn pay raise. Pay them well, make them keep them. And the only way out, we have the money. We know the way I'll get the money from. Carlos, where I'll get the pay raise from for the nurses and the politician pay. Give back the pay, man. If politicians give back the pay, we can keep every nurse and doctor we graduate from Jamaica. Unless they just choose to leave because, some people have family. They wouldn't run us a family. Most of it would have rather live at Jamaica, Don't. If I get the good pay. You see me, I say, because most nurses and doctors live certain place already, They live at some, different places from where most of it live, in the ghetto. So what I see the solution is, maybe it's a moment where Donald Trump has forced politicians to give back their pay raise. I know some of see it. Give back on the pay raise, pay nurses and doctors, retain them and keep them. That's how that's the only place I see if you get the money from. Because please, you can't come to poor people for no more money. We're maxed out. We don't have no more money for give them. Poor people is maxed out. We don't have a penny more to get from nowhere. Yeah, when I run down taxi driver up on road and transport authority, I make taxi crash a killer picnic fee, write them ticket. When the rich people them out there. Another way to find that also and provide free education for Jamaicans. Start charging the Chinese them taxes. Start collecting duties and all imports for Chinese. Free education and free health care. Right there, so. That's all for money, Free education and free health care for all. Right there, so. Start charging these hoteliers taxes, Indians taxes. Start charging them duties like a country you are run, and don't just leave the burden on the Jamaican citizen. Maybe what is going on here in life, Trump, is a way to make me think out of the box, Because when we have problem, to combat the problem, you have to come up with a solution. We can't just say, well, I know the mother, and well, I know my nose not. We have to wise up quick and snap out of the foolishness and think about how we're going to do this as Jamaicans together. This moment, I don't know, labor right and PNP. We have to snap out of it. Start charging Chinese and everybody, business people, taxes. Change that policy. Just like we see Trump, just get up overnight and that now work again, tear that up. That don't tear that up. What is not Jamaica first and a benefit Jamaica like the deal of the Chinese? Rip that up. All of them deals that need to be revisited. The port deal will be give away. We need the port back. We see port, our airports, we need them back as a country. Maybe it's time for us to think, focus on corrupt politicians who are thief the money. Maybe it's time for us to focus and think deeper, people. Because when they move the Cuban, then we're not going to turn over and dead. We must find a solution. So we must find a solution. Or else we just go watch Jamaica and drop down the road. I come to hospital, can us more sit down in that chair and dead. And I believe we have the solution in our hand, gentle people, with our PNP and labor right. Listen, man. This is a national cry. National thing I go on as so. I think we have it in our hand, people. We have the money. Start collecting. Change the policy, man. Change it, man. Chinese need to start pay taxes in Jamaica. Not only the Chinese, you got the Indians and everybody else who come from all over. All these people, big business, and corporate taxes drop. There's a drop in corporate taxes. That's why the last budget had a deficit. You understand me, people? There's a hole in the budget. We have a deficit. Because what? Corporate tax, corporate drop. Big boys now pay their fair share. So you see the police on the road that harass the crap out of Jamaican people to sell a few tickets for the government. to try to get the poor people to fill up the gap with the rich man where I get rich and send them money overseas. Now do them fair share. So maybe it's time, people, for us to wake up. Instead of look upon it as a problem, we could find a solution. We can't stay stagnant. We say, if the Cubans gone back home, we have to find a solution quick and fast. Politicians cannot thief out the country, gag order need to go down. We cannot go through such a rough time and them have gag order here and there to hide no corruption. We need transparency clear across the board. No gag order and no sides, people. This is a national cry. We need to heap up everything we have and put it on the table now for the country. All the ideas. And I believe so one of the ideas we have, yeah? Start charge Chinese, man. And for them out there with big business, you know. And all the money go back to China. That make no sense. Or we benefit from that. Them have big trucks on the road that carry material and all type of goods and mash up the road, right? But they not pay the taxes. As evening time come, police I go down a Chinese business place, go hang out and make sure so them stay safe. If somebody robbed Chinaman this morning, in less than 12 hours, them have a name and a target pursuing a person who just robbed the Chinese. Look, when people dead out there's Jamaicans and all of them can't find nobody. So it show you that our police force serve the Chinese very well and even more than us. But guess what? They don't pay no taxes. Everything go back home. They have illegal cambio. Every Chinese place change money. So they are undercutting the government. The Jamaican government don't really know about the US dollars where are coming in and go out of the country. They are not no legal cambio. It's where you have digits and you can put stuff together. Yeah, so there's an undermining and undercutting while they are there. And while they get all of that freebie from when we give them the land, they are bringing poisonous stuff. So there's a lot of stuff we need to look upon in a few place. Maybe what's going on here, I'm going to make you think out of the box, you know. As Jamaicans. Yes. Because I swear, if such man says certain things, that is really like a Michael Manleyites are, you know, hey, I think everybody would say, yeah, such man, I do your thief. Yeah, me agree with what you say. I'm sure if such man come out to come say certain thing, people, we know say, where the wider Jamaican agree with me. I talk about on a national level. We're not talking about if you're thinking like a PNP or a Labourite. If you're thinking like a patriotic Jamaican, right? If such man come out, they come bust out certain word out of mouth and say, yeah. I believe say everybody's gonna say, yeah, we love that, even though you're a thief, once and for all. But there are consequences for everything, people. Because when you know, say, you depend upon people and you depend on your top. You don't prepare like Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore. You can't starve him and his people. No, people. You can't starve him. Make you take away people from depending on grains and food that come from foreign. The man makes sure say, first thing the man do. Number one, people in the war. You have to have food. And Jamaican politicians are ready for the war. So I can see such man easily surrender and say, please, don't remove my visa. I don't want, you understand me? I don't want such man losing visa for this. Portia, PJ. If the man lose it, they will lose it for something else. You understand that, people? That's something. Look, if the man lose a visa, I think it shouldn't be for this. No, I don't think that is what I think. But you know, in other people in place, we never been to Cuba, people. I'd never been to Cuba. Even though when the embargo was kind of free up, I said, boy, I want to go there, but it never happened, never materialized. So when I tell you about that now, that the Cubans in America who went back during that time in Obama era, when they dropped some restrictions, remember that time? So you had Cubans who run to come upon boat and raft and water floating buckle. Remember, them come here and they get government aid and help. So what the government is doing now is, we get to understand, say, is deporting those Cubans, even if they are citizens. Because what they are saying is that you came here on an asylum ticket. Remember, you know, your asylum come upon, you know. So they are looking and I say, boy, if Cuba is so bad, what you want to come America for? That means you don't need America. So guess what? They're going to send you back home. I want you to understand already, you know, people. Me read these things. There's a lot of changes around here. What make me say, me not worry about it. Come and say, it can't get no rougher from black people. And we black you now, the whole tribulation will go through on earth. What we need to focus on, focus. Because this is a time we confuse you, you know. Yeah? Focus, put on the blinders. And focus on the food. A Rasta man is trying to tell you again, you know. Me I tell you, say food are going to be a big problem. Food. If farmers can't find nobody for work on farm, and they look at food in the US, they might say, yo, we not import, no way. No, we're not export nothing to Jamaica. There are going to be no imports from the US. They might say, hey, we're going to keep the food because we don't have a lot of farmers, the workers them gone, a lot of big farm scale. I don't know. But there's a possibility when they see stuff fluid like this. So why you not prepare your food? You not learn nothing. Donald Trump not teach you nothing. Like you know in a Donald Trump class yet. Like someone in a Donald Trump class. They're not in the classroom of Donald Trump, they're not paying attention. Donald Trump have to spell out everything for you. So the first goddamn start preparing the food. These leaders, they would rather buy the food from over here and ship it to Jamaica until the last day when the US cut we off. Now we are looking now, can't find food to feed yourself. No preparation. Me say, haven't we learned anything from Donald Trump class since him in there? Me learn. Guess what me learn? Self-reliance. Yes, people. Yes. I learned that we are caught with our pants down. Like Trump come in and just rip this big old sheet from over us. Look at it, good people. Would that be us, smaller countries who depend on the boss, crumbs will drop off them table for their kids, no matter which government come in? To other countries like in Europe, NATO members, who sit there and depend on the USA, protect them with them big weapon. All these decades, look upon this, people. So what you see happening now, there's a churning of the water. Water is troubled people. Where it's like, under Trump, people, whether they like him or not, I'm not for here nor there. I'm just a speaker, tell what I say. What happened under Trump right now, people, under this troubled water, is that a big old cover, a sheet, get ripped from over the countries that we used to being a leech to America. You know, one day when a man say, yo, me not give you none of this today. Me I eat this myself and I go. Every day me give you no. You know, this classmate who used to have when I got school, man, and they not share nothing, man. They say, boy, me not share this, you know. Me give every day, me not give none of this. And then one sit down and eat it. But you been getting all the time. We've been getting for years. So what if the man will give you say, yo, me not give no more? This is where the worthlessness come in, and we know. No. I'm going to give you something. And listen knowledge. Some Jamaicans would cost the US. Me not do it, you know, and put China over them. Regardless of our business entanglement with the Chinese, it's still no match our relationship with the US. Show me the Jamaican who own a house in China and land and them thing there. You have Jamaican who own business place in America. Shopping complex. Mr. Jamaican who own shopping complex. Yes, people. Mr. Jamaican who own shopping complex of foreign. Yes, hear that. Mr. Jamaicans who own whole heap of land properties. Mr. Jamaican who a billionaire. Yeah, yard man, a billionaire of foreign enough people. Wanna believe? Mrs. Jamaican who bright. Leave from Jamaica, copy and even take the education to another level with the opportunity that hands itself to them. But look where we come in now. A lot of times me, Jamaicans say that what Chinese do for we, what America do for we, rather, What America do for we? Then America don't do nothing for we, man. Listen to me, Jamaicans. Don't make me hear you say that again. None of you say that. That is ignorance. Because when you see the new boyfriend come and build up few roads, that road is called the Belt and Road Initiative. Any towns, the Chinese them are working, when I sell them sitting in and to the port, it's called the Belt and Road Initiative. To the mine, anything that come from the mine, they must have good road, nothing stop them. I suck them and suck out everything out of their country, your money, your natural resources, everything. Do you understand me, I say, people? Listen what Carlos are saying. Belt and Road Initiative. I am learning in this era that we've been living off of the United States and other countries crumbs off of them table. And we're not learning. I mean, I don't know if we are learn. Kind of see some of the man in Jamaica say we plant some food. That we're gonna get buck up in now. When you have food, brother, you can't show off for me. We barely full, man. We can't come out foreign because you're black, but hey, your time in the office will be over. And we're free up again. But what we're gonna need food to weather the storm. But now you will call us, I say. See, I tell you. Say, so there's gonna be a time when this world will have to stand up. Because no, different politicians come in. Right now, how the world look at America, America is all over the place. Because just the other day, I see America under Biden and the Democrat drape up Jamaica and I slap them up about Russia. Until Russia have to close down certain mine in Jamaica and disappear. Oh, remember that? I did video on that. Maxine Waters, remember? Maxine Waters under the Democrat decides, say, she don't want the Russian, anybody, just like what I going now, under the Democrat, it was a Russian. Anybody do business with the Russian, they might punish you, but the Democrat never go so hard and say, boy, anybody that do business with them all these years, present and past, no, that's not what the Democrat them did. I said that I got a quote, you know. Remember I said that I got a quote, you know, that I go in a quote. Remember me I tell you that. I know how you go back, how a leader now is going to go back and overrule every other president behind you policy and say, I'm going to punish the people them who abide by that policy at that time and call it illegal now. And I'm going to punish you because under Reagan or under Bill Clinton, it was, you know, you could have get to do. I mean, I understand that. Like I said, it'll end up in a court, people. That will end up in a court. I mean, I ask you. That right there ending up in a court. But let's get back to the flip-flopping of America. We see where we have to clear the Russian them from Jamaica under Biden and the threats to Jamaican politicians. Now we see where the U.S. different leader doing business with Russia. So maybe Jamaica can do business again with Russia. Look at it, good people. Flip-flopping in all over the place. We see where the U.S. come down, make and Venezuela, make Jamaica, you know, say, drop friendship with Venezuela. Because such man decides they want to take sides and stab everybody in the Caribbean and then them back. People are reality me attack. This is not a political beatdown because me don't want this video be like that. It's a national cry out right now. But me I tell you what happened at that time. The flip-flopping of America, right? And Venezuela, we've been friends all this time. Here goes America. Pressure upon me and say, boy, stop talking to them. What me do? Me not fight. Me say, me know you talk to him. Boy, me not talk to him. Me don't want to talk to him. Follow me. All right? Jamaica said, not talk to him. Then here come Biden. Biden start with business with Venezuela again and get all aisle over there. This says like, so what Jamaica for do with that? So since Biden started business with Venezuela again, maybe Jamaica can go, but because Venezuela feels stabbing at the back, Jamaica, they're not going to deal with Jamaica. I tell you. And the only reason why Jamaica can't go back this, so not under such man. Maybe under Mark Golden, not under such man. Venezuela don't want to see such man, you nobody from them, you know. Remember, you might want to help to stab him at the back. Went against CARICOM, because such man wanted a visit where to the White House or Mar-a-Lago. We see me at the back of one building close to the toilet one at a time. But it's a national cry, people. And nobody's safe regarding these new laws when they are passed. PNP or Labour right. If you're Portia Simpson Miller or PJ Patterson or Bruce Golding or Mark Golding, I don't know if you have anything to do with it, or Kamina Johnson or Andrew Ones or anybody out there who might have arranged, like me read for you, arranged to have these Cubans coming to Jamaica, which is something we had done for decades, and no other presidents had any problem with that. It was legal and okay under them, and now it become, and them go back. So retroactive, you know, retro? Yeah, man. Retro pay. Retroactively. So them go back. Retroactive punishment. Think about that. Retro punishment. We never heard that before. Isn't that the good definition of that, Oregon people? How would you look on it? Retro punishment. Retro pay. So if you go back to PJ, a retro. And Portia and Bruce, a retro. If you seek out Michael Manley, trust me, people. Nobody believes that I seek out Michael Manley, family member for this. Mighty God. May the Most High God encamp his angel over us and go before us. The water is troubled. Thank you, guys, sir. Being over here, share this information out there. Like I said, we're not trying to get into the way of the US, you know, what they want to do. I learn from a moment like this. I'm in the front seat of Trump classroom. I'm in the whole of Uno. Supposed to be at the front seat. Uno see exactly what I want. Uno need to ask some more question. Teacher, could you repeat that for me again? No. Uno no want nobody for repeat nothing for no. Trump is very transparent. As a matter of fact, him tell you all that he was going to do before him get in the office. So don't be, I ain't quarreling about nothing. American people say, hey, me want a rude boy Trump, and a rude boy Trump, them get. Some of us use this moment in a Trump classroom to learn, gentle people. Now me use this moment like them pull the Cubans away from Jamaica to seek for solution. We're not going to quarrel. There got to be a solution. So maybe Trump is setting us up to think different in all this. No, because out of bad can come good, you know. Maybe seeking a solution in this troubled water time, yeah. We just might find a good solution, a permanent solution. Think about what I say. We need a good solution where we don't have to carry people in. We want to provide a country self-sufficient like a Michael Manley with a tell a long time. I see uno politician, both PNP and Labour, it told them me look up on the head together. All of uno. Every single one of the leader them, PNP and every single one of the Labour them. The whole of uno help sell out Marcus Garvey. And this is one last one taking land and give it to not the black people but Chinese. So basically piss on him grave. Right? You see, if we would listen to Marcus Garvey philosophy, we would have never be right here. None of us don't respect Marcus Garvey enough to implement his philosophy in our school. Even live by it, abide by it. The only one who come as close was Michael Manley. Remember that. The only one, the white man. He was closer to the philosophy of, even though some people might say him and Michael Manley have a strained relationship, but listen, Michael Manley. Think me I hear that about you? A lot of his policy and philosophy is Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey. So if we as people never dash Marcus Garvey, because we believe that Marcus Garvey and nobody in a man try to form a government in Jamaica, I would treat him like a piece of crap. Him run to come America. I always have to play this. This is what his brother say about Marcus Garvey and how great he was. The man have the whole government with everything in it ready to go.
Listen. Is necessary so that we can start to build industry. Marcus Garvey came over from Jamaica, and he came over to meet with Booker T. Washington. By the time he got here, Booker T. Washington had died. So he went on a speaking tour. He met with a lot of the black leaders that were here in the country, and he wasn't that impressed. So he said, you know, right now, let me go ahead and kind of create some stuff. So he created what was known as the Universal Negro Improvement Association. It's the UNIA for short. That was the first black government, if you will. And the reason I say that in quotation marks is because they set it up so that it literally had every entity that you needed to be considered a government. That's important because that's the first in the world at that point that had an entire government. By 1919, he had upwards of about 6 million black people across the world. That's how Marcus Garvey became the first enemy of the state.
People, welcome back. Well, me have with me my brother, Mr. Gray. What you say, Dwight? Talk to me. What's on the mind?
I'm saying, Carlos, I'm so fully agree with Mr. Donald Trump. He's taking care of his people, his country. This is a wake-up call to the rest of the world. We need to take care of our own people. Stop left people to take care of our own people.
Yeah, man.
We all need to come together as one nation. This is what's going on, Carlos. All people are saying Donald Trump for this. No. He wants to bring back the United States to where it was before.
Yeah.
And I cannot blame him.
He might do it for people, then we need to do it for people and think about ourselves too. What we are doing? What we are doing? I sit on top and say, I hope Trump changing mind today. I hope Trump changing mind today. What we are doing?
No. We cannot think like that anymore, man.
We see where we are going. Everything transparent, you know. Everything is transparent. There's nothing hidden before the man going on. So we already see what time it is. Continue, my brother.
Donald Trump is doing what's best for the United States of America and a citizen of his own country. Jamaica is supposed to do the best for our country, our citizens of our own country. It's need to start. We can't back and forth and say Mr. Trump might be changing mind. No, he's not changing mind. The man is on a mission to bring back the United States to where it was before. That's what he said. So a full time we as a nation, as Jamaicans, stand up on our own feet.
That's what I see, bro.
Start to invest in our own people.
Yes. And that's what I'm going on. And that's what I go. Politician in the office, I take all the money and make a doctor. Well, then if you give back the raise and spread the doctor and the nurse, so we keep them. How do I tell you?
Listen, it's over our $400 billion. For the raise, we didn't get enough a politician. You know. Give back the money. I can cripple the country. Right,
yeah, man.
I can cripple the country. You know.
The peer raise, I mean, I can cripple the country. The peer raise, I cripple the country. We tell them already, you know.
Give back the money. The peer raise is crippling the country. The country cannot afford it. Give back the raise if you don't love Jamaica. We don't have so much. This and we don't have that in our private. This and we don't have everything that you don't want. We don't need the raise. Please give it back. We start think about Jamaican and think about Jamaican people.
True, man. Give back the raise, man. Give it back, man.
Give back the raise.
So we can pay the nurse them, and so we can keep them so they don't have to leave. Because now's the time for thinking, you know. Now this time not to be selfish. Script up our 300% raise for yourself. Give back that raise. And this is the time now. This is the way we have to think like Jamaicans and start charging Chinese them taxes and duties.
Yes.
We have the money there, you know.
We have the money to charge the people.
We have the money there, you know.
Listen to me.
Country full of Chinese and businessmen and hotels.
I love how Donald Trump went because he's a wake-up call to the rest of the world. This man, I don't care if people ask about him, you know. He might look out for him people.
Listen, I'm not quarreling.
Country.
I'm not quarreling.
Country grow. I cannot bash him.
I'm not caught no call. Me shut them out.
It's not your responsibility to say anything about him.
No.
No,
sir. Yo, come never like that over there. We never get in America politics all these years on social media. So me not get in it now. It's my page name Jamaican Carlos, not American Carlos.
All I'm saying, give back the raise.
Yeah, man.
The raise is crippling the country. That's why we're in recession. No, the mass sweetening up or nothing. The pay is too much.
Yes, man.
From 9 million to 28 million. What? We want to give back the money to cripple the country. The country is broke.
Yeah.
We don't start taking care of our nurses.
Hold on.
Let me tell you something. Hold on. Politicians are supposed to get more than nurses. Politicians are supposed to get more than doctors. Politicians are supposed to get more than police. Politicians are supposed to get more than teachers. They're not supposed to get more than those people. Those people are first.
Yep. But them sit down and them say, boy, me one of them say, boy, a Bruce go to me and say, how is it a hotel manager I make how much money and big old politician now make that? You talk about highly professional people, you know. Them jealous are highly professional people and politicians who turn bad man, turn council and turn they have no education, you know, they got school for be politician, boy. Yeah?
Nothing.
I am man got school, highly professional people, and that them take their money, and that the long you know, and say some big executive in Jamaica can't get paid more than them. And them man take their raise and bring it up to time, you know. Brother.
Carlos, we need to post that we have a campaign and give back the raise. That's the thing there.
Yeah, man.
The country cannot sustain it.
Give back the raise, man.
Give back the raise.
Give back the raise, man.
People love Jamaica and that's what's going on. Pay the nurses, pay the teachers, fix up the hospital, fix up the school system, fix up the country. The money is there. We start think about Jamaica.
Let me tell you what.
Carlos, listen, before you may I go quick comment, you know, work with it. United States of America is going to take back a lot of visa from Jamaicans. So we can't go foreign anymore. Let us think Jamaican. Let us think Jamaica, please, people.
We have a thing together, man. Love, my brother. Yeah, blessings. Respect, appreciate it, my brother. People, a real talk. Man, if you give back the raise, Jamaica can't, I mean, a time for we think like a patriot now, all of us together. Me now, the America fling rock stone of America for them. Like my brother said, they might do it for America. And like I said, even though they might do it for America, enough America that ball, and you know who a ball? Most of the people me see a ball on social media are the ones who voted for Trump. Honestly to God, the people who me see really cry tears, people, are people who voted for Trump and find themselves out of a job. Them shocked and can't believe. I see that. Me see that, you know. Me see them shocked. But like me say, put that aside. Maybe we learn from what Trump do, yeah. Making cars if we lose with doctor them at Jamaica, where I come from Cuba all these years. How about we try harder and figure another way so we could get with doctor and retain them? People, there gotta be some solution, people. People, there must be some people. There's no way we're gonna sit down and walla in a mud and drink with nose not. That is not an option at this time. There is no me know say right now Jamaican politician them head a spin right now. Such man in a trouble, you know. Such man bring a spin right now like 1,000,000 miles per hour. I mean, I ask you know, if Andrew in his head now, he can't sleep right now. Think about if you need a tough stand. Then if you stop with the PR stunt, you know, and be real with the people. That's the thing with this government is if they just drop the PR stunt and just be real with the people, make we understand what's going on instead of, you know, the PR stunt just be level with the people then. But we know as a government, this cannot be good for you, or even if you're on the opposition side. If you're on the opposition side of the same thing, people, you know, safe. The man them can't go off based on what I read and my understanding of it. If the man them can go back for Bruce and Portia and PJ and anybody who in India at the time who, you know, help getting the Cubans over here. Remember them I look at 60 years worth of. I don't know how Trump will go back that how much years back. I don't know. You know, it's just like for him to come and say, boy, I'm going to punish Jamaica to have a relationship with the Chinese. When Chinese been coming to Jamaica from 19 how long? Can you imagine? Him can't say that too, you know. That's why I said this is going to end up in a court. Because if this fly, the next thing you can say, you know what? I'm going to punish any country, wherever do business with Chinese, current and past leaders, them and the immediate family, you know, current and past Chinese leaders. People don't think that is too wide. They say they're going to end up in a court. Remember me I tell you, man, this will end up in a court, people. I'm going to ask. It will end up in a court, people. It's one of the stuff that's going to end up in a court. May I tell you? Think about it. If Trump did say the same thing when it comes to Chinese, any one of the politicians that ever do business with Chinese, have any dealing with Chinese, I know the Chinese been in our country for the longest. Check out this Chinese as well.
China man, talk again. I got the blood. I am man. Yeah, man, that's what I'm man. You born in Jamaica? So you have the accents lock put on for yourself.
But they're on the right people.
Oh, okay. So you like, don't you?
I'm a place there.
You listen? I am born.
People, who never see what China man talk so yet. I don't talk like no punk, man talk rough like say my boss gonna town. Listen to Chinese man again. Look at the body language. Look at it. It's so long Chinese here in Jamaica. Look here.
China man, talk again.
Big up.
I got the blood. I am born. I am born.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm man.
You born in Jamaica? So you have the accent so lock. Put on for yourself.
So, but they're on the right people.
Oh, okay. So you like, don't you?
I'm a place there.
You listen? I am born.
The China man, yeah, busy. I look everywhere like a real stepper from Jamaica. They want yeah, busy. See? We have a relationship with Chinese. What if it's supposed to happen? The same thing happen with this. So you never can tell what Trump are doing to people.
What a lucky thing say with the America look green card. Mommy, what would have happened if they send me back to China? We're not dead.
That's all my father then when they wake up themselves. Yeah. Joe sing good morning.
How here?
And then say Hiak Joe is breakfast.
It's breakfast.
Me not know no more Chinese on period. Anybody want to say me know it? Yes, me know it, but me not talking it. I know what I know. When she got China, she know not much either.
Talk to him again. He ain't chimed in.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You should drink tea yet. Okay, bye.
Yeah. So you see them Chinese there. The man say he not talk Chinese. Trust me, if you never see him, you don't believe say one black Jamaican not talk. Not true. Two of them. If you never see these guys, you don't believe say, oh, Jamaican not talk. You don't never know. If you never see color, you don't never know such Chinese man. Okay. So we and the Chinese have good relationship. But what if tomorrow morning Trump get up and say, Chinese are sanction me? Me can punish anybody who do business with them. I have anything to do with them from the jump. And decide say, do you understand people? So I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'll follow and pay attention to what the leader of the country and where he's going with this, because the water is troubled, my people. Very, very troubled. Troubled times, but I'm learning. I am learning. And my heart is yearning for us to see what I want. Plant food first. And the first thing we need to do, plant food first. These guys should be in a campaign, giving Jamaica seeds and a way to open up some of the land, them Lego land, give Jamaicans who want to farm right now. Irrigation, get them some irrigation stuff like a Burkina Faso do. They pump water and the people in place. Stop give them black drum like a nonsense. Dig well and all type of stuff and water under the ground. And what we do about ya? Dig well, dig well all about the place the farmers can get for water them crops. Start do it now, man. Start stimulate the farmers, man. Start stimulate the mind of the youth, them. Everybody, where's the leadership right now in a time like this? We need that. A national cry. Not as a PNP, not as a labor right, but we have to huddle together. Remember upon my platform, I told you guys, there's going to be a time when they're going to forget PNP and labor right and stick together. For a national thing. See me I say? I don't know at the time for it, but me I pay attention to what I go on. I go see which direction such man I go. If I be look mouthy, like Gonzalez from St. Vincent and push back. Yeah, because these allegations look like say Jamaica I use slave labor. So I want to see if there's going to be a response from Jamaica Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Because remember, we don't hear from her. Don't. Rotted. Lord Jesus. I don't wish nothing bad on nobody, you know. Even though I want the labor to come out of it and such man figure out prison. I don't want such man to lose his visa because of something like this. Because this is not the right thing if he lose his visa for. What about all the other corruption when he got prison for? So if I understand my mindset of how I think. So if it's wrong for such man, it's wrong for PJ, it's wrong for Portia. That's how I believe. Anyway, people, thank you so much for watching this video. Share it with somebody who need to hear this. So the Big Daddy is serious and a change policy. Or them add some more thing to the policy, you know, it's shifty. That's why I say we have to stand up. Because we be all over the place like a boat on the water. Just the other day, the Biden administration come down on Jamaicans. I did videos on that, remember? And Maxine Waters, she was very vocal, remember? In the Democrat, right? About Russia in Jamaica. And now, Russia is America friend right now under Trump. You understand what I'm saying? So how that leave Jamaicans and other country? We were forced to cut ties with Russia. Russia have to sell some of the equipment in Jamaica and sell out of them and do and lose money in some cases and cut. Because they have to leave the country because the US said so. So now you come to the US again, different leader. Now the US say, all right, me and Russia are friend again. You see the back and forth, honey? What are going on, people? Anyway, we need food security, number one, in this war going on. If we're not secure in our food, we get screwed in the race of war going on. Because you know me, I look on Burkina Faso. Ibrahim know the reason why I focus on food and security. First, food, people. The man go hard on food security. People may say the man go hard on food security and national security. Them two him went hard on. Now, let me show you another thing before me quit this live. The other day, such man and them go talk, right? Rubio them go reason somewhere, I don't know. Yeah? Him not come back come tell me what them talk about. But if you notice such man since Trump come in, he must say, boy, him go ramp up down at the port to find guns and rare. No wonder them find that look one stash of gun if you make it look like, yes, boss, me I do my job. So me find the 66 gun. Yeah, man, me I do my job. Because them boy can't find gun, you know. Think we are idiot. But what? So look for my comments in the comment section. Engineered hardship, serious you. You know me always a call that use them words there. Engineered hardship. And hey, like I said, we as Jamaicans. Pray to God and thank God me wake up this morning. Me a look for food on my table. Me a roof over my head. Me a one all flip-flop on my foot. Me a want tear out body choices. Give thanks. We can't find fresh water. Give thanks. Yeah. Whatever me make yesterday, me could try today or tomorrow. Give thanks for life. If you don't have the life, to try again today or tomorrow, you're doomed, right? So make we give thanks to life, people upon earth. Make we observe and don't stress yourself. This is what I do. I tell you guys, I unplug myself emotionally from politics. Yes, even before the campaign start with Trump and Kamina. I never have no favorite or nothing of that. Me never watch none of that, people. Me. And this is the first time since being in America that worked and it helped me out good. Me not get mad and when me see the TV and me get mad. You know, I was see this lady I talked the other day. She on the phone. Me don't know who she tell and say, oh, she mad and angry and very blah blah. That is it. Me not say you can't watch the news, but if you get up every day and you consume, every host will come on, every anchor will come on, you watch them. The same news being dispensed a different way, a different style. You might have a fresh guest with a fresh, different idea, but the same thing. And I watch the TV, I get mad, I get cross. People, I was one of that guy. Until me remove myself from that, you mad? You know, for when I sit down and watch no CNN, MSNBC, and Fox. Guess where me get my news from? Social media. Every now and then on my phone, I might see a little piece from CNN. If it's important, it will come in at the feed. You see it and you read it, and you listen to it, and you go about your business. While you're scrolling through. But me not go before no TV. Me used to do that. When me not go to work, me I watch news after news after news. Mainstream media with them sad story. Make your beard white more than anything else. Stress you out and raise your blood pressure. That is not Carlos. I've learned, people, to remove myself from any emotional attachment when it comes to politics. So I don't feel no way or anything. We just are earth me upon and earth a shift right now. And I feel prepare for what is to come. Because we don't know. You can't fall asleep and go like, you know, see things and move different. That's why if you look for my nest, where we go land and see what I go on. Pay attention, people. Pay attention and don't forget Florida's immigration law a ramp up where they might give man not just deport you, they must send you to prison. I look a bit extreme to me, but hey, I'm just drinking the milk. I'm not the cow counter. Leave that alone. Mind my own business. But may I drop the nugget so no hear. So no say never hear. All right, people, thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Jamaican Carlos. Before me leave ya, I know I have to see what politicians I get. And if them give back this money. And this money broke the country, you know. What am I about to play for you? I broke the country. The country they broke already, you know. Them set it down the cliff. Them grease the chute. Right here. Talk to you guys later. My name is Jamaican Carlos. I'm out.
The biggest salary increase will go to Prime Minister Andrew Holness. In 2021, his salary was roughly $9.2 million per year, plus a telephone allowance. As of April 2022, it jumps to over $22.3 million. For April 2023, it moves to roughly $25.3 million. And by April 2024, another increase to almost $28.6 million. For the Deputy Prime Minister, the salary was over $8 million for the year, and now it moves to over $20 million in year 1, over $22.7 million in year 2, and over $25.7 in year 3. For Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark, his salary was over $7.4 million for the year, plus the telephone allowance and housing of roughly $285,000. The new salary, over $19 million in year 1, over $21.7 million in year 2, and roughly $24.6 million in year 3. Now to opposition leader Mark Golding. He also got the housing and telephone allowances, and the April 2021 salary was over $8 million for the year. As of April 2022, he will get over $20 million. In April 2023, over $22.7 million, and by April 2024, over $25.7 million. A cabinet minister's salary was roughly $6.9 million for the year. In year 1, it is close to $17.9 million, then over $20.2 million, then close to $23 million. Now to the Speaker of the House. The salary was close to $6.9 million. In April 2022, it will move to close to $17.9 million for the year, then to over $20.2 million, then close to $23 million. For a Minister of State, the old salary was over $6 million for the year. It now moves to over $14.2 million, then over $16.1 and close to $18.3 million. A regular parliamentarian would make over $4.3 million for the year in salary. It will now move to over $11 million in year 1, then over $12.5 million and over $14.2 million.
Can't pull me again. You can't pull me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't pull me again. Can't pull me again. You can't pull me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What you gonna eat no money, what you at you, eat no at you. Covid money, me say we eat the yellow rat you. Use the youth, them money, waste my most man statue. Say we like a cash, but they got in a figure you. Take the spit of money, God and say that is not you. One day the man above him up, him a got stop too much. It in the kitchen, some a fly well like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me,
300% free.
it burn me,
Garbage pile up the day.
it burn me,
Give the teacher them
it
raise.
burn me,
I see corruption please.
it burn me,
Mash down the people them house.
it burn me,
Every day appear arms out.
it burn me,
Appear money them a thief.
it burn me.
And them a sell out with each.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again.